Good morning. Welcome to Charlotte Black Live Morning Coffee. My name is Denise. I'm sorry, my name is Charlotte Black, and I'm your host. I be calling out my middle name, what the people be calling me all the
Right.
time. Anyway, this morning we have a special guest and good friend of mine, Lyle Moore with Makeup and More, who's gonna come on the show and talk to us about makeup and how some application tips. So really looking forward to doing that. Want to give a shout out to my co-host Tracy Norwood. Girl, don't get eaten by them whales down there. She's out there whale
Where's she
watching,
at?
whale watching. She's whale watching, so she's out there doing that, and so we just want to send her a shout out. So I normally do my intro. You know how I do. You know, I get to talking about what's going on in the world and all this other stuff. But
Shut down
this
this
morning we're gonna get straight to it. So I'm gonna introduce my guest, Lyle Moore,
Hey, hey.
and his beautiful
Model over
assistant
here.
and model,
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Diane Lundy. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Lyle a little bit, and then we're going to see him demonstrate some of his work. We're going to get a little history and then
A little
demonstrate.
enhancement to Miss Diane
Yes,
over here.
absolutely, absolutely. So, you know, I know y'all was looking at the. I know y'all was looking at the Facebook, going. I mean, what is it? Where the show at? I mean, is it? I know.
Facebook Live.
I know, but y'all know how. Okay, this is
It's
real.
just
world.
live TV, right?
This real world stuff right here. Don't we? I say that every time, right? You know me. Hey, that's what it is. But
That's
anyway,
what makes it
without further
authentic,
ado,
right?
yes, authentic. It's genuine. So, good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to
Good
you.
morning. How y'all doing?
Man, doing great. Doing
How
great.
was
I'm
y'all
happy.
evening?
Well, mine was fine. It wasn't too late though, because I got here. I got in town like what 2, 3 o'clock, and traveling from Atlanta. And I got here, and it's like 3 in the afternoon, I think, and I don't know. The evening just started going like really fast. It was
Yeah.
like 7 o'clock before you know it. So,
Yes, indeed.
Then you got to be up for the show. So
Right. It definitely get away from you. But I tell you, it's a good experience. I love it every single time. I just never know. It's like Cracker Jacks.
You never know what you're gonna
get. So, Lyle,
yes,
tell me, sir, how
What you
did
wanna know?
you get started with this whole makeup business?
Well, aside from being a professional makeup artist, I am a professional hairstylist.
Okay.
Licensed educator. I've been cutting and barbering since I was like 15, you know. And so I've been into the hair and beauty industry for many, many years. I started out in the 80s with the S-Curl products and the Carefree Curl products.
Staying in people's couches.
Hey, look, never that. Let me tell you, you got to go the extra mile. When I used to juice mine up, I promise you, every morning I would take a towel or wash rag and
pat
blot
it.
it,
Yeah,
so that I would
wouldn't-
not have the stain. You know what I mean?
Y'all remember them days? How
Yeah,
you don't be
look,
tripping. Y'all
everybody
know.
talks about what's the movie Coming to America.
Yeah, oh, man, that was ugly,
That's
wasn't it?
that's a bad that's a
Oh.
bad look for everybody. And I'm gonna tell you, I still have 1 or 2 clients that get reformation curls. We won't call them Carefree or Jerry Curl,
Right.
But but I'm gonna tell you, I don't front. Those things really make your hair grow because they're
Yes.
putting the oil and the moisture in that we don't usually do.
Right.
Don't let me get started on the whole hair thing. Natural hair, flat iron, blow dry,
Right, right.
flat iron, blow dry. Ain't heard nothing about the oil, no moisture, just blow dry. So don't let me get on my soapbox about that. We talking about makeup here, right? All right. Shoot, hey.
Sound like a man know how to keep it on topic.
So, but that's a whole story in
That's
itself.
yeah, I got you.
That's why
But
I
that's
said
part
that.
of your story, though. That's part
That
of your
is
story.
really get into makeup. My wife, who I was married to for 27 years,
That's a long time.
she's a very beautiful lady with long hair, right? And so when we got together, like in our teenage years, so I was doing it, and she African American, so she did a relaxer. And so when I started doing relaxers on that long, that length of hair, I got really good at manipulating and dealing with the lady's hair. So moving fast forward, I moved to Bloomington, Illinois, Illinois State University, right outside of Chicago, so
Okay.
college town. And as God is good, I landed this great job for Mitsubishi Motors, and I worked there for like 10 years. But I always thought of, and most of my guys, we always thought about another business that you would, fall back on or whatever, right? And mine, I was always doing hair, so that was my thing. So long story short, I went to school, I got my cosmetology license, I started doing hair, I started doing more women, and I really went to I'd say white hair school, because I knew a lot about black hair. So started doing that.
Kind of expand your knowledge.
Yep. So that I could do everything, and that's why I do everything.
That's great. That's an awesome story. Awesome. Now let me just ask you a quick question before we start getting into everything. Now, what's your take on? I've heard mixed stories about natural. When people start coming out, with the whole natural hair, and people are leaning more towards that. They really, a lot of people are like, relaxers, but I think. I don't know, what's your whole thing about, it's this big movement, right? It's the natural hair versus chemically treated hair.
Exactly.
So, I mean.
Color is a chemical.
Yes, that's what I mean.
For all y'all natural people out there, say, I don't have a relaxer, but you got color,
chemicals.
And you're bleaching, and you're trying to get that blonde, so you have chemicals, so you're doing the same type of damage that, some relaxers could do.
Right.
But it's all about, man, that's why I do what I do, because it's all about application. Even with my makeup, it's really all about application. So when you're doing relaxers and things like that properly, you don't get as much damage. The chemical isn't sitting on the scalp. There should never be the question of, are you burning yet? That's not how we test relaxer. Y'all know old school, right?
Right,
They ain't taking it out till you got a little burn, because then they know it's on your scalp.
Right.
But us as professionals, we know that your actual body heat is actually going to make the relaxer expand, and so it's going to reach your scalp. So you don't have to worry about that. But that gives you time to work the other end.
Right.
So when things are done properly, it's not that much damage. And here's my thing about natural hair. How do I say it? What good is it if you're going natural, but your hair still isn't manageable?
Yeah.
Because a lot of ladies out there will know.
That's why I brought it up, y'all. That's the reason.
Will know that natural hair, a lot of people say, is even more work than when you had a relaxer.
For me, it is.
So why is it that when you do a natural style, some people don't know what they're doing. They just cut it all off. You want to have a focus. You don't always have to do the big chop, or you don't have to go all the way, a wavelength for a woman in order to get the natural look. So there's a lot of things that are going on for the whole natural movement. I just got connected with Design Essentials product, which have a great natural line, and they have a whole teaching system. So I did some education for them, and I'm looking forward to doing some more of that, so that I can stay well versed in both areas, because that's where the image consulting comes in, as far as looking at a woman, talking with her, having that consultation, seeing where they're trying to go with their look, and then, helping them devise a plan or a change or reinventing themselves. It's 2019, it's January, it's early. You got your New Year's resolutions and things like that. And so a lot of those resolutions are for a bigger, better you, right?
Right.
And so makeup is a big part of that. And I don't say makeup as far as looking pretty, but I'm just saying enhancing your beauty.
And I think that's
some
important.
Different things, right?
That's important, and I'm glad that you pointed that out, because a lot of times, have you ever seen women that, walking around and the makeup just so packed on? It's like they are, like they're building a mask. You know what I'm talking about, on their face. And I just think that, makeup really should be used to enhance. Now, I think that's why makeup gets a bad rap.
Exactly.
Oh, she hiding. I mean...
I was just on my other show, podcast that I do in Atlanta on Wednesday nights, and young lady was saying she's very pretty, brown skin, dark brown skin. It doesn't matter whether you're light complected, dark complected. Beauty is beauty.
Right.
Me, when I look at a person or whatever like that, I don't look at imperfections. That's why I don't let ladies hold my mirror much, because once they hold it, then they're looking at all the little bad things. Whatever.
Can you cover that
right. Mainly, I don't see that. I'm looking at the eyelashes, trying to do this, trying to enhance that. So, I don't look at the small things. And, y'all ladies can be a little bit more critical than us men anyway. So,
yeah, we've heard that on many occasions that that's the case. So, I'm going to, focus on Miss Diane over here for just a second. How do you feel about your makeup? Because she's our model.
She's our model for today.
And so we're going to, I just want to know.
I'm naked. No.
We didn't say clean face. She said naked. Okay.
You know, that's
I don't know
my
where that
friend,
came
y'all.
from, but hey.
That's my friend for real.
And I'm glad that we have her, a natural, beautiful woman who doesn't wear makeup every day. It's easy, and I pride myself on a couple of things that when I go do classes and different things, I don't always take a model with me. Most times I don't. Maybe a few times I have, but I don't take a model with me. It's like when you see like pictures of me and it's a class or whatever like that, I pick that person that day because it doesn't matter their skin tone. I'm going to be able to match it with the foundation and their features. Once we get past skin tone, features are features. Everybody got eyes. Everybody got eyebrows. Everybody got lips.
I think that speaks to your talent, though. I think that really speaks to your talent. Now, I am going to say, I met Lyle, about 13, 15 years? It was years ago.
Doing your CD cover?
We finna put that out. I was doing a CD cover.
She does everything. Singing, producing. that portfolio is long. Yeah.
So I came down to Atlanta for my CD cover, did the photo shoot with William Brown. And the picture's not up there. I meant to put it up there. And we'll talk about this in a second, but I didn't get a chance to I forgot to put the picture in. But that's when I met you, and you did a phenomenal job. Thank you, William Brown. Appreciate you. But you did a phenomenal job. So much so that when I yes, I kept you around. And when people saw the photo, even like it during that time, they were like, "That's not you." And I'm like, "You can't look." I'm like, "You can't see me." That is me. But I had never really been into makeup like that, right? But it really did enhance. My face was beautiful, y'all. It was beautiful. There is a picture I think there's a picture on Facebook somewhere with that. I think a business card or something. I don't know. But either way, he did a phenomenal job. So I am really, really excited to jump into this. But first, I want to let you know that these pictures back here is just, of course, as you can see, some of Lyle's work.
That's a class I did at a school in Atlanta. It's Health and Style Institute. A very posh school. I really like it. I like it set up. The building that they have it in is awesome. So I went there for a couple of different classes, and this girl was just one of the young ladies who went to the school. Then my other class that I did, it was a white young lady. So I'm really big into being with Mac for like over 15 years. I really want to be diverse, and it shouldn't be any person or any shade that, you can't do. You see a lot of people with the Instagram fame and things like that, and I'm not hating because that marketing is major.
Right.
But you can't base your whole career or things like that off of that or off of those pictures, because when you go to the question, well, have you actually worked for a counter? How do you deal with foundation? Have you dealt with a whole line of foundations? Because you got to go from the light side of light to the dark side of dark. So those are some of the intangibles. And I would say these are some action shots. Miss Vivica Fox.
That's
my camera guy. I actually was doing... it was Makeup and More TV.
Oh, very nice.
That I did at one of the hair shows. So I actually had my own camera crew.
Okay.
And let me tell y'all a little story. Miss Vivica came, and she was coming to Black Hair Magazine because that's what I work for. You'll see some more of those photos.
Right.
And we always have A-list celebrities come by, talk to the people, shout out. She's had hairlines and different things. So
that's
her
right.
being at the show was really great. And so, but she was a little fashionably late. And she came in, and I forget what day it was, but the executives and everything from Black Hair had already left.
Right.
But I had my crew and my camera and the lights and all of this, and I had met her. I'm really thankful for some of the things that I've done. I worked on a lot of plays in Atlanta, a lot of A-list plays with A-list celebrities, and I had met her before.
Okay.
So once I clocked into that, she was like, "Oh yeah, okay." I said, "But I said they're gone for the day." I said, "But I would love to interview you." I said, "I've got my whole crew here to." Ding ding. She was ready, but so we really pulled off a really cool interview. Some of the photos are really nice. I got even more than one, and I'd hate to say this, y'all. Shouts out to my man, Mr. Wynn. He's actually passed, and he was such a good brother. Oh my God! And at a very young age, but you can see the equipment, man. It was really awesome. So. I love what I do. I love the exposure that I have been able to get, but it's really not all about that and all about shows, but it's really dealing with naturally beautiful women. We talked about the whole natural craze with the hair, so people are into their makeup and into, looking more natural. So
Right,
one
absolutely.
thing that I feel is that, and I deal with natural so much because I'm a hairstylist. Now, if you were just maybe coming into the makeup realm on doing a lot of fashion shows,
Right.
where they want everything crazy,
Yeah,
everything
right,
undone guard,
yeah.
then your skill set may be a little bit different. Mine is because I deal with beautiful, everyday women, hardworking executives, things like that. So I want my work to be natural and timeless. So my newest thing is the natural glam. You
Okay.
want to be glamorous, but still look natural.
Natural.
And that's
Okay.
one of the things that I do. So, yeah.
Awesome.
And people have been happy with that. So
Very nice. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a short break, right? We're going to take a short commercial break. And we're going to let Lyle get into his mode. And we're going to actually watch him
we're gonna do a
demonstrate
few
some of his
things, and
work on our
we're gonna
models.
talk you through it and let you see how easy it is. Because I think I'm always doing something live, not on TV, which is awesome. But I'm always live. All the shows that I do, that's how I have this thing called my tour. It's a glamour tour, and I actually go to different cities and I teach women makeup. So ladies, if you're out there, different city, different state, doesn't matter. As long as you got a group of awesome women who would like to enhance their beauty, like to get that new look. I'm here. I'm here for you. All you gotta do is reach out. We'll do all of my social media and stuff
Yeah,
like that
we'll make
later.
sure that we get that towards the end of the show.
But I'm gonna really show you how easy it is and how much a difference certain things can make on just an average beautiful woman who wants to up her style. Because I think it's the new year. When you look good, you feel good, you do good.
All right. Well, we're going to stop there and take this short break. We'll see you in a few minutes, and we will see Mr. Moore
In
handle
action.
his business.
Well, I got a life story. I was a drug addict.
Depressed,
Hit rock bottom, sold drugs,
homeless.
commit crimes.
I was in prison.
I began using when I was about 8 years old. I stole a lot from my community.
I understand about being homeless. I understand about being addicted to drugs because I was both.
Thugging and mugging, using drugs.
On welfare.
I lost everything.
I got shot.
I said, this is time for me to stop.
Do I want to live or do I want to die?
I went into treatment, but I didn't know what to do, how to move forward.
I came to this Central Kitchen. Man, this is a wonderful place to be.
It empowered us. I have my family back in my life.
It made me a better person, made me a better father.
I'm on my way to college.
So I choose to work instead of being out in the street.
And now I became the man that I always wanted to be.
I'm Larry Hogan. I want to take a minute in support of my important ballot initiative.
The governor's referring to what's been dubbed a lockbox ballot initiative. It's aimed at using all casino revenue going to the state for K-12 education. But his bill died in a committee. The governor's lockbox would have been created by a statute and subject to change. The measure that did pass and that the governor signed is a Democratic proposal. As a referendum, it now goes before the voters this November to decide, and if it passes, the initiative will be part of the state constitution.
This proposal helps us end educational inequality.
The governor's office already has the power to level the playing field. Casino revenues have outpaced education spending for years. But instead of dipping into that revenue, the governor and his predecessor have used the funds to pay other bills.
This proposal helps us end educational inequality, boost school safety, teachers' salaries, and school construction.
The bill does not specifically mention school safety funding, but it doesn't prohibit it either.
We're already funding our schools at record levels.
Funding at record levels is mandated by state law.
Vote yes on the Hogan Lockbox Initiative.
But it's not Governor Hogan's lockbox initiative. His bill died in committee. This is a Democrat proposal the governor's trying to take ownership of.
He's the son of 2 Maryland school teachers, Ben Jealous, Rhodes Scholar, who turned around the NAACP when its finances were in tatters, restoring its prominence, nearly doubling its revenue. Named Marylander of the Year, businessman and venture capitalist, Ben's helped grow over 20 companies, creating over 1,000 jobs. Ben Jealous. His plan, Medicare for all, to lower costs and prescription drug prices. Fully fund public schools. Increase teacher pay. Ben Jealous. A job creator with a plan to invest in small businesses. The Baltimore Sun said Jealous has the stature and gravitas to lead Maryland. Ben's endorsed by teachers, nurses, and business leaders.
I've spent my life pulling people together to get big things done. We can do much better on jobs and education, on healthcare, but it means that we got to believe in each other.
Ben Jealous, Governor.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Charlotte Black Live Morning Coffee. We're here with Mr. Lyle Moore of Makeup and More. I know, I just a little tongue twister. So we've switched positions a little bit so that we can let, Lyle demonstrate, his work, his masterpiece on the masterpiece.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, that's how I do. Anyway, okay, so what would be the first thing that you would assess with a model?
So, if I'm going into somebody to say, hey, I'm going out tonight, I really want to look nice, if they don't give me a different focus, and I like talking to people,
Right.
Consultation with anything is important. So you know where you're going, so you never come out with that job like, they be looking like, what is this? I'm like, don't you remember we just talked about this, about the colors, and so,
Okay.
that alleviates being, I say, a vet in this industry, it knocks out a whole lot of the little stuff that some of the younger artists may go through, because experience has taught me different ways to handle it. Even weddings, I don't go through drama because I know how to help or assist the bride in her big day, because it's all about her,
right?
And to keep them calm, so there's a lot of little things that I do, with my seasoning that keeps me going.
Okay, well, go ahead and do your thing.
Right, so
I'm gonna just talk to you a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you a little bit as you are applying makeup.
So my first thing is, if you had a question, is always brows. We know they say brows shape the face, but it's really true. Now we're gonna say her brows are really nice, right? But they got a good arch and everything like that, but they're finer. So then, not to have, because I live in the ATL,
right?
But I don't do the Atlanta brow, but I'm going to enhance hers. I think that any brow can be enhanced, and I also have, I got slogans. I'm a spokesperson, right? So I tell ladies I can make, shape, or recreate just about any eyebrow. So it just depends.
So while you're doing that, we're gonna watch. But I want to kind of, you guys, I try to always tie in whatever guest I have to, the overall theme of our show. And one of the things that Lyle and I talked about was about how empowering, doing this makeup, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel empowered, and he really embraces that. And I think that's a really unique thing about Lyle, that one, that he's knowledgeable about that, and he capitalizes on, he emphasizes that.
I think that's real important because hey, women are the backbone of society. We keep it real. We can talk all we want, but women are a valuable creature that should be adored. And so beauty is a big thing. Some people put it in the back burner, and not that you have to be all of this, but beauty is a big thing. And so,
right.
I like putting that in the forefront. I like putting women on the pedestal, right? So what I did here is, y'all can tell the difference, a few strokes. So when I teach women, I do my classes, I try to show how easy it is to do what I do, because
right.
I want you guys to be able to do it more often.
Okay.
My other slogan is, if you knew how to do your makeup better, would you do it more often? 99% usually yes, because that's the key.
Right.
Knowing how to really do it, knowing how to do the shadows. And I'm going to tell you, little things mean a lot, and the tiny things can throw you off. Say you do your brow and it's too dark, and you're like, oh, I don't like that, and you scrub it, and you never do it again because you didn't like the way it
right.
came out. Being taught the proper way, that's the key. So that's why my teaching and my classes and my tour is so important, because it's going to bridge that gap for you.
Right.
Somebody might not want to go in front of someone and say, hey, some other celebrity makeup artist, and say, hey, can you make me over? Can you give me this advice or whatever? So the way I do it in doing classes, women come, they learn, they fellowship with other ladies who may be going through the same things or the same struggles,
right.
like with eyeliner or mascara, those type of struggles, small struggles. But the women who have been battered and bruised and certain difficulties in their life, this thing is really even more major for them, because when you get to those different, I say, groups and associations that help women redevelop themselves and bring themselves back and uplift themselves. This is a great thing. And I challenged on my last show, on my podcast that I co-host with my other buddy, DVP, Random Thoughts for DVP. Let me just put that out there every Wednesday. but we talk about that, and that's a big thing, you know, because we should be uplifting our sisters, uplifting our women, you know. So
that's
just
good stuff.
another part that I do. So now y'all tell me, like I said, I don't do the Atlanta brow. All I did was add a little fullness to it, and I'm sure that you can tell the difference from one brow to the next. Now, did I do a whole lot of recreate, a whole lot of coloring in? No. Simple. And me, I think another thing that is great about me, I give you expert recommendations. So I can really talk to you and tell you just about what to go out and get. So this is a amazing pencil, spiked from MAC. Every girl has it. A lot of girls come in and get it 2 at a time. Very fine, very thin. And it comes in colors. Colors are important. We got spiked. We got strut. Spiked is a medium brown. Strut is a little reddish brown. You know, some girls got some color. And they want to do a little something with their brows. That's awesome. Then we have stud. Stud, I never use black on brows, but this is a darker brown. This is medium brown. This is a darker brown. So if you really got, you know, the dark features, dark hair, you can use it. I never do black, but that's kind of close.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay.
See that? That's what I go for. That her response. When she gets that mirror and sees the difference and sees the change, that's where all my work pays off. You know, people say, what do I like to do most? Barbering, whatever. It's making my client happy. Making my client like over the top. When she goes out and, you know how y'all get strutting your stuff after you get your makeup done, after you get that new outfit, that new tight dress on, you know what I'm saying? Then you strutting.
Well,
so
you know, we got to look good.
I have a question.
Yes, darling.
So should your brows match your hair color, or what if you...
Not all the time. And I'm going to say, for me as a professional, I always want to do it a shade of brown. If your skin is beige, you want to do a shade of brown. I'm not trying to do black. If you got a little hair color, you could do that little reddish brown. I got a great client of mine. She's actually on my card. Her name is Miss Cheryl, and I do 2 colors to her. I do a little reddish brown because she likes that. She usually got color in her hair, and then I do the medium brown. So you can tailor it. Look, once you know how to do it, then you can tailor. You can do different things.
Okay. So most women, right, with makeup, they always say time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what would be like if you did this basic look, like what, you know, most people don't do it because they say, I don't have time in the morning to be putting no makeup on and all of that.
Yes. So, okay, so.
Speak to that a little bit.
Well, I'm going to speak to this like this. I did one brow, right?
Right.
So brows are big. If you bringed your brows out every morning and did lip gloss and a little lip liner, that's doing something, maybe a little powder. So you got on makeup, doesn't mean it's a full face. A lot of times it doesn't take a full face. But let me show you how long it takes to do a brow. Count it for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I'm going to estimate 10. I'm going to 15, 20. That ain't even a whole minute yet, right?
Yep, no.
So if you take a little bit of time and stop thinking that, and that's what I do. I dispel the myths of a lot of things, right? There's a lot of myths out there about this, about how long it takes,
right,
what you got to do and all that. So that's why the makeup and more glamour tour is so important.
Yeah, we definitely want to, I know you and I have talked just a little bit, but we definitely, I know we're going to be bringing Lyle back to this area, but we definitely want to talk about doing some things where we can get some women in. So that information will be forthcoming once we kind of solidify the plans and get all the details. So you guys be looking forward to the, looking for that information.
All right, second look. I got them both. Now I got your matching pair.
Oh yeah.
And looking at see, and that's really what you want. My mirror is my friend. I do my thing, and then I hand them the mirror.
Yeah, they look good. So it looks good, then it looks good. It looks good, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
And that's simple. I did a young lady over the weekend, and she's a young lady I got on my page. She has on red, right? And everything I did, she's a businesswoman, has a lot of great things going on. She's spent a lot of time in Europe. No, seriously. I don't know if she was with service, but we was talking about that a lot. So she's a very cultured lady, right? So I went to do her photo shoot for her brand and for her business, and every little thing I did, she was like, oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. So that's what I like to hear. That's music to my ears. Doesn't have to be, Atlanta brow, beat face, ruby red lipstick, but it's what you do for each person, and that's where the personalized consultations and things like that. I do all size classes, groups,
very nice,
or one-on-one consultations. And one-on-one is really important. If you really want to know, one-on-one is a key. So we did brows, right? And then my last technique is really kind of killer.
So So we've talked about the time. So another thing I want to address is I think that a lot of women have misconceptions about makeup, especially women who are they really want to be more natural. I think some men too, because they're like, oh, you don't need that on your face, but makeup is not just just to enhance or just because it's to make you look better. It also actually protects your skin. Now, I had a lady pull my coattails years and years ago when I was married and in Germany. And in the PX, she worked for this was before Mac, I think. I don't remember Mac being out there. But anyway, one of the things she told me was that she said, baby, makeup helps protect your face from your skin, from the elements. So you
was listening to my podcast, wasn't you?
No, I'm telling you.
That's awesome, and I'm glad that you got that from a whole nother
nother
source. Because that's what I tell women. People talk about primers. Put a primer on to protect your skin with before you put on the foundation. But think about that's 2 layers, primer and foundation, right? So what do? Women, and I know this, women do a lot of great things when they do the astringents and clean their face in the morning. Right. And then what do? Walk right out to the elements. And we know that there's a million and one contaminating things that's just out there in the air.
You're wide open.
So you walk wide open.
You're wide open.
This could be like a barrier between your healthy skin that you are doing and exfoliating every day and the elements. So makeup is your friend.
So see, ladies, I had a misconception too because I didn't, I wouldn't wear it. But it's, I was enlightened when I had this conversation with this young lady, and she was telling me, that's what makeup does. So I do use a primer, and I didn't learn that until later. I didn't know what a primer was. I'm like, that's a lot of stuff, but I mean, it works. And actually, now the primer actually helps the application of the makeup, the foundation goes on smoother.
Go ahead, talk, preach.
So I'm just saying, it does. It makes
go ahead,
it does. It makes the application of the makeup easier. Actually.
Holds better, and women always want their foundation, whatever it is, to last all day. Sorry, that's why we say touch up.
Right.
Touch up every now and then. Nothing's gonna last.
Room,
right. And why do they call it the powder room? Exactly for that reason, so that you can go and enhance your makeup. So. That's awesome. So what I did right here, we got a lot of different products and things like that we could use. I did, everybody's doing a concealer trick. So I did a little concealer under her brow just to enhance the brow, right? And then you can even use that because, people ask me, I'm cutting through some of the small questions. People always say, oh, my lid is a little bit darker, and what do I do about that? So a little bit of concealer, which is going to do 2 things. It's going to bring down the color and the tone and more even that out. And it's going to be like a base for your foundation. I mean, a base for your eyeshadow. Okay. So we have all type of eye primer. There's a primer for everything, actually. Lip primer, eye primer, face primer, and things like that. So whenever you use something like that, then it's going to...
Your alarm.
Hey, that's what, 10 o'clock? And that wouldn't have been working for the day. And
let me ask you a question about the primers, right? So, I've read that, when you put your face primer on, you shouldn't put that face primer on your eyes. Now, what's the big difference between, face primer?
Products, consistency, and things like that.
Okay.
Right. So if you wouldn't be in because and do different brands do things differently, but we want you to use the right thing that's designed for that. So you don't want to look. That's a problem now. People using stuff for the wrong stuff. I ain't say that.
I'm just saying, y'all know how we do.
I use the eye primer because it tends to even out the skin there. Because on the lid,
well, that's the same thing. So see, it's the philosophy.
Right.
So that's the same thing that we're doing with the concealer.
Right.
So if you're doing it with the concealer or the primer, at least she knows why she's doing it. And she's reaching the goal.
And that's why
now her eyeshadow is going to pop more.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Your eyeshadow pops more when you use the eyeshadow or the lid primer. What's the?
I call it. It's the eye
primer. Yes.
Eye primer.
Now
there
we have them from. I got a ton of them over there somewhere. But we have different ones from different companies. MAC, the ones that we use at MAC, are called the paint pot. They're cream. Most things are. Let me get with textures, right?
Right.
Because when I really teach, I teach about texture, tone, colors, things like that. So the texture, you want a cream base because once you put that cream on, then the powder can stick to it a lot better, longer lasting, more even wear. So it's really about education, and like I said, when I speak or when I teach, it's more than just about making someone look pretty, but it's really enhancing their beauty, giving them some food for thought, and I want you to be able to walk away because my lady told me that whenever she's a trainer, so she's like, whenever you do a class, you want to give them something to walk away with. So even if it's not even tangible, but they have gained some real good knowledge when they're walking away from your class, then that means it's a success. That's
absolutely. And those are the classes that people typically like to go and sit in. Ones that when they walk away, they're like, well, I can take this home and do this because I remember he said, and you be, you know.
Right.
So that's,
notes write down.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So,
okay.
I don't know if I want to do gold. She's kind of softer, so I'm going to do a brown. I'm going to do a more darker color.
Okay.
I mean, I do gold all the time. You know, I got this violin that's on my shoulder every time we're talking about the natural colors. So I'm going to do a little brown.
Okay.
And so once we have put those, and I'm going to get some gold in that corner, so I'm going to show you how to do 2 colors. I mean, when I first started makeup, I was thinking, how do they get like 4 and 5 colors on the eye? How do they do that?
Ooh,
you know,
I
the
know.
space,
I
thing like that.
myself.
So you got one around your brow line.
Okay.
You got a base color.
Okay.
And you may have 2 base colors. Then you got a crease color. So that's like 4 already.
Okay.
So when women look at it as far as that. Okay, so now, biggest thing is, ladies, is the area. When you see her eye, it's the area. Everybody has their own natural creases, and you want your eyeshadow to follow those type of creases.
Okay.
Right? So open for me. Boom. You see that? I ain't saying I'm perfect, but you know. So it is right along that line. So open again. See? So when you're looking at it and you're thinking about your eyeshadow, you got to think how much space is right there before your crease. Because if it's a lot of space, you might just want to hit that and start blending out. If you have only a small amount of space, then you're able to bring your base color. When I say base color, that's that first color, that pop color, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's gold, bronze, that first color. So you want it to be here, but you want to be able to bring it up to here depending on your eye shape. So everybody's eye shape isn't the same, but everybody's eye shape is a little bit oval. So we're going like this. We start small and end up small. The largest part is in the middle. So we start small and end up small. So if you take a square brush and you go here all across, not going to be a good look. You want to follow their eye. Follow their eye shape. I'm starting low here, and then I get larger as I go out. Okay?
That's good stuff.
So something else that
look, I'm all involved. I can't even. All my
ask no
questions.
interviews
I'm
over.
like, woo, let me see.
And so she's got a really nice bronze color. And when I do classes, I also speak to different complexions. You're a different complexion than her.
Absolutely.
But there's some other beautiful women that are even darker than you. So you want to be able to enhance everything. And a lot of sisters who are a little bit of deeper skin tone, they don't really get their shadows. Their shadows don't really show up as well as they would like. So that's why the base and those things are so important. Those are major important. And then getting the right tools. So see, if I had a line right there, like I may have right here, because it was just my application, you're getting the right brushes, a few strokes. That's already blended out. Right?
Wow. Did you guys see? When this is over, y'all make sure you go back and rewind and look at that, because I saw the line, and then he did that whole brush trick. I got to, and
it's gone. So the thing that I do, though, even in my application, I'm starting real hard here. I want to get that product there. I want that color payoff, right? But then I'm blending as I go up to the next level because I want it to fade out, and it's going to give me less blending time later. So it's just like cutting hair. I mean, and I use a lot of parables that work well for hair and makeup. I don't try to make harsh lines that I know I'm going to blend out later. That's just like a haircut. You'll see all these great barbers, and they'll go up and they'll make this line in, I'll come back and take it out. I don't make lines when I'm taking my hair down because I know I'm going to take it out anyway.
Right.
So I try to make that a smooth transition. If I need to come back and bald all of this out going toward that area, then I can do that. And it's still blending. So blending is key.
Blending is key. Yeah, okay. Yes, indeed. Now, what about glitters and...
Glitters and things like that? I'm glad you asked. Because I have this amazing Makeup and More product.
Oh, nice.
that I just released. A couple of different shades of shadows. I'm going to be doing lip glosses and lipstick because I really want to deal with the things that have color to them.
Okay.
Because that's the thing. I'm trying to add color to women with the eyes, the lips, the brows, because that's what's really going to change the look. A foundation may get you right, but it's going to be a subtle change. The colors and things like that, those are things that are more vibrant, and it doesn't have to be a loud or bright color. So I did a really cool shadow on her, right? Mm-hmm. But now I got these, and my shadows are mineralized, right?
Oh, nice.
Those are pretty.
So you got colors.
And I'm gonna hold these up so you guys, because I don't know if you can see, but these are the.
Usually, a lot of
really
lines
nice.
don't come out with a red, right?
Uh-huh.
But Makeup and More has a red.
Yeah, that's nice.
So since I went dark on her, then I'm gonna come back and just lighten her. And y'all, being neat and being good is how you do this here thing. So all I need is a little bit of that. Boop, boop. See? So it's mineralized, and so for all the ones that might think it's messy, it's not really. So you tap a little bit, you keep it all contained, and so now everything we talk about techniques and how to do things, everything is all about blotting.
That was another thing that you guys, while he's getting his.
I have my cape. I should have put my cape on.
Is the way his strokes, right? When he's applying his application, his stroking is, oh my goodness. God, it's the way he moves his hand. Because I normally just be like this, but I guess over time I learned that a circular motion was better. Yeah, that looks good.
My goodness.
Look at that. You put that right on top of the darker color.
And because see, mine, when you go online, I'll have these up on my site probably within a week. But I'm trying to get my lipsticks in and my other things, so you have a nice variety of products to purchase. But when you do and you see that, oh my gosh, that color is so.
It is pretty.
And so, as you said about putting on other colors, so no matter what you already have, what, no matter how many eyeshadows you already have, this can always be an enhancement to what you already have. I got it in like 5 different colors right now. So man, you guys log on, check it out. But look what that does to her eye. And I'm gonna see what she's. Look, I'm gonna blend it down a little bit, you know. It's fire, but you know we don't want too hot for her.
Yeah, because I think, and Diane, you've been real good about that with me, because when I started off with the makeup thing, it was something I learned over time, right? It's not something that I knew all at once.
You see this?
And so she was able to.
You see that line, right?
Yeah.
But on this one, you see as I'm going up, this is the tip that I was telling you about. I'm already blending as I go up. So that's already starting to fade out. So those are some of the things, and those are the things that I teach in my class. So
very nice.
That's why.
But what she taught me was that well I learned over time, and Diane and I talk about this a lot, is when you should wear what, like glitters and more deeper makeup or more bold makeup is typically what you would wear at night versus during the daytime. Now this looks like though that you could get away with that in daytime. Is it just me, or am I wrong about that?
I think it's all about the application. Because when I first put it on, it was
that's nighttime stuff.
That was like going out.
Right.
But as I worked with it and kept blending, look. So
you could even wear your glitters. This is what I was trying to get to. I was stumbling all around. Is that certain looks are better at different times
of the day. Yes.
Yeah, different times of the day. So this is we were able to see how it could have easily gone to like a night makeup and now to a more natural.
So now one more thing that I'm gonna say is it's just so many little keys. So now I got this great shadow on her, right? You can see it. She's got really nice lashes, but you don't really get to appreciate it until you have on the mascara, because then the color is showing against that black. Right now it's fire, but it's kind of bland because there's nothing going on with the lash. So these are some of the philosophies that I teach you in my class about how to make things pop, how to make things look better, and how makeup works together with each other.
Okay. So we're gonna have to go to a commercial break shortly. But when we come back,
her eyes will be on fleek.
Her eyes will be on fleek.
And we might be able to give them that lash application, because on the beach with the lash, it'd be like on in no time.
Okay.
You'll see it right.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and take our short commercial now. and let Lyle do the rest of his thing, and then we're gonna do the last application, which is the eyelashes.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Okay.
See that? See that reaction?
Yeah, that is a beautiful.
That's worth the
shadow.
price of gold right there.
Put the mirror down so they can see your face. And look, and close your eyes. Look at that. Now open. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll be back after the short break.
When's the last time someone said thanks for checking over your shoulder before changing lanes? Or gave you a pat on the back for sticking to the speed limit? Or a thumbs up for not tailgating? Probably never. Which is too bad considering safe drivers make the roads safer for everyone. That's why Allstate appreciates safe drivers like no one else. And they show it by saving you 45% or more, along with giving you safe driving bonus checks, deductible rewards, and extra discounts with the DriveWise app. So the next time you come to a complete stop at an intersection, ask yourself, why haven't I switched to Allstate?
The Brandeo Insurance Group, your local DMV Allstate agent, can help you save 45% or more for driving safely. Call him at 410-424-0844 and get a quote today.
It pays to drive safely. Call a local Allstate agent today and find out how you can save 45% or more. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Do you like to travel? Do you like to make money? Well, here's a way you can do both. Vacation Travel allows you the luxury of doing just that. If you want access to unpublished fares, reduced rates for travel agents, access to worldwide selection for family, group cruises, and all types of destination travel, then contact www.kingscourt.vacation.com or call 240-393-7962. That's 240-393-7962. You deserve to travel like royalty. See you on your next vacation.
Welcome back, everybody. So we are sitting with Lyle, and he's working on the lashes. It just, every show, right? We get to going, and as soon as it starts really getting good, it's like our time is up. Sucks. I know. But this is really good work. We got some really good tips. Now, I don't have any media devices, no media devices up here. So if you have submitted comments or anything like that, I will make sure to try to get that information to Lyle and try to, answer. I'm not sure.
They can hit me up directly.
Or they can hit. There you go. Even better. Right. Or you can hit him up directly. His information has been flashing back here in the background, and we'll make sure that he states that before we close the show. But we certainly are, happy to have him here and share his knowledge with us and give us a few tips. I sure appreciate you, coming out.
It's my pleasure. Amazing show. I appreciate being here. I love the setup. Each God is just so good.
Yes, he is.
Each show that I deal with gets better and better. I mean, so this is a major network. Can we say what our initials stand for?
WBGR.
And what? We believing in God Radio. We're believing in God.
We're believing in God Radio.
Yes.
Yes,
so I am
absolutely.
definitely believing in God for some major things. And this is just another tip of the iceberg. What I'm doing here is a little bit of lip liner and gloss. So my tips about lips. Tips about lips.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That rolled off your tongue.
Right, real
easy,
good, right?
Easy.
So no matter what size, what shape your lips are, whatever like that, liner is going to help. Even if you because I be solving problems. If you have that little bit of darker color on your lip, or if you have your natural lip line and happens to be a different shade, a little bit darker, lip liners are your friend. They can help change the color. It can help detract the appearance or the size of what we thought back in the day, because you said earlier about dispelling myths and a new thing. Carol, my class, ladies, y'all better come on. My classes, I teach you so much. So,
well, this is what we're going to do, Lyle. What we're going to do is we're going to start. I want to bring you back monthly, and then we can focus, right? We can focus on one part. If you good with that, we can do like maybe lips one show, or we can do, we'll roll it in with our regular, with our regular routine, what we do here. But what we'll do is bring him back once a month. You guys tell me how what you think about that. You know how to hit me up on Simply Charlotte Black. .com, and I have the webpage www.simplycharlotteblack.com, and you can leave comments there, or you can leave comments directly to the Facebook page. Friend me, like my page, Simply Charlotte Black at Facebook.
Wow,
so
nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Look?
Absolutely
I like
beautiful.
that. I really like that look.
Absolutely
Yes.
beautiful.
This lady,
I'm sorry.
This lady don't know me from a can of paint. So
look at I need look at the papers. Look at them. I know she like shut up.
like
That's
that.
what she talking
okay,
about.
and let me just say another thing, ladies. I haven't done a stitch of foundation. So
None.
all of y'all that fear foundation and all of that, I've done brows, eyes. I showed you about blending, how you can do the bases, how you do color. And you didn't see that shadow. It looked great, but now that she's got on mascara, it looks even better.
It looks-
she
it
has
pops.
nice lashes.
Yes, indeed.
So these are different components that have nothing to do with foundation that's going to increase your look, enhance your look. I mean,
Absolutely.
when you're doing this more often, oh yeah, and you're going to see the difference. I got a couple challenges. One is get your makeup done right and go around all the people you love, your family members, things like that, and see what they say. Usually, the next day or two, they be, oh, I like that, and then the person's all into it after everybody has received it or
That's how I
accepted
got into it, actually.
So, yeah, because everybody got the great comments about it.
That's right. That's how I started getting into it. Absolutely. You look beautiful.
So what you going to do today now? Oh, and see, y'all talk about natural. She got the short, natural, curly hair.
Yes.
And let me just say, when you ladies start going natural and you cut off all your hair and you don't know what to do, then you have to accent other parts of your beauty. That hair that we adore, once that's gone or shorter or a shorter style, then we have to get into other things to help bring out our look, bring out our beauty.
Well, listen, you guys, I have sure enjoyed you. Thank you, Diane, for
Thank
being
you.
our
Yes,
model.
ma'am.
Lyle,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you very much
Appreciate it.
for coming
Appreciate
on.
it.
Now, for my viewers, I'm going to have just a short break, kind of like a spring break, if you will, like a summer. So in the month of February, I'm going to take some time to revamp and kind of develop some of my products so that they're available to you as well, and just do some I'm working on a book, Finding Your Rhythm, so it'll give me an opportunity to do that.
All right.
A whole lot going on for me right now with possible mini-series deal, and of course the book, and then the show. So God has been real good. I just been blessed, and I've got a lot, and I just want to make sure that, like, when I attack that thing, right, I do it the right way. So sometimes when we are blessed with things, sometimes we rush in so fast, right, we don't really prepare properly. So sometimes you have to take a step back, and it doesn't mean that you're not grateful, or that you're missing the moment, or that you're not you're not still engaged. It just means you need a regroup moment, and that's what I'm taking. So
it's gonna be
you'll
bigger
see,
and better.
bigger and better. So
she does so much stuff. I don't know if y'all know. I mean, she even had me on the set of a short film, a movie project that she done in Atlanta. I know people that she works with in Atlanta who do movies, who do plays. So I mean, she is multi-talented, and like sometimes when you do step away for that break, it's only, I forget how the saying go, but they only step aside to elevate you later. And you got so many things going on. My book gonna be out very soon too. My makeup book.
Yeah, we're gonna make
we
sure
talk about audio books.
Yeah,
and
we're
things
gonna
like
make
that.
sure we get that done.
We're really
so,
trying to go global with this thing.
Absolutely. We absolutely want to get all of these great products out. So, again, it's only for 30 days, y'all. It's only 4 shows. And I'll be back. So in March is when we'll start up again. And with some great topics, we'll be bringing back Lyle. He'll be coming back to visit us.
Love it.
Once a month, and talking about, application and things like that. So I really, 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 look forward to coming back in the studio, with a new perspective and new stuff and new topics and all of these things.
New hairdo.
Absolutely.
Not that she needs one,
yeah,
but
you
you
know
know
what?
how y'all be reinventing. You got to bring it back to something different. You know what I mean?
I told him, I said, listen, I don't normally put my age out there, but you know, I'm hitting a good number this year.
Mm-hmm. Milestone.
This is a milestone number for me. And so I'm like, listen, I need to reinvent myself. And so Lyle here is going to help me out. So, you know, I'm looking forward to March. I am. I can't wait to see my own transformation. So in the meantime, you guys still can reach out to me. You can still, you know, my website is there. You know, and from my website, like you can go to the website and just type a comment in, and it'll shoot directly to my email. Again, that's www.charlotteblack or simplycharlotteblack.com. So that's www.simplycharlotteblack.com. That's the website address. And I probably will be more active on my blog. I haven't really been blogging, but during the time I'm off, I'll be doing other things like Facebook Live and, you know, popping up every now and then to say what's up and let you know what's going on and how I'm progressing, and also just trying to blog at least once a week, you know, because I have these great epiphanies. And so, you know, I'll be wanting to share because I feel like I need to talk about it. But anyway, you guys have a great week. I had a quote. I don't even have the phone.
That's okay.
What was the one? It was the one that you had?
About.
I got a makeup one.
Okay, well, let's get your makeup one.
When you look better, you feel better, you do better.
What? I like it.
My other one is, it's more value to me not to make a person look beautiful for one day, but to give them the tools to look beautiful for the rest of their life.
Ooh, I like that one too. That's a good one. All right, y'all. Well, y'all got it. So you know what I said at the end of my show, right? Get ready, stay ready, all ready. Until next time, y'all be blessed, miracles and blessings, and you know, keep your head up. Let's get it done. All right, we'll see you next time.
All right.